Do intro.
I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority. Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on the Logic Before Authority channel, part of the Supernatural Show Network. And today we're going to do a decode on Heliofant, the people who put out iPetGoat. You remember those guys? And well, they came out with 10 new videos today. And so we are going to take a look at them. What I did was I downloaded all of them and I put them into one video so I could show them to you guys. I've never had a problem with Heliofant or iPetGoat trying to give me a copyright strike, so I think we're going to play them. And I've got them all in one, and then I've got different segments of the individual videos where I've edited them in several ways. We've also going to have some input from Roxy and from Shannon because they're here with us as guest hosts, or as will be co-host on the Logic Before Authority channel as well. And Miss Kim is here with us in the background helping out. So we got the full crew on deck today for what we're doing. Because when Heliofant, knowing the depth of iPetGoat and how accurate it has been and is absolutely biblical in the way that it is laid out. And Shannon said, I don't know, about 6 months, a year ago, that it was done by AI. And I agree with her. It was an AI creation, a really, really, really good AI creation. That's iPetGoat 2. Now, I'm not a fan of Heliofant. I'm not a fan of iPetGoat. It's just the fact is that the information that is depicted in there is absolutely accurate as to what we've been experiencing since it was released. And most of you are familiar with iPetGoat, so I'm going to have to assume that. And because we're not going to watch the iPetGoat unless something comes up to where I really feel we need to pull it up and look at something. But we are going to look at the 10 videos here in just a second. Let's check in with Roxy and see how she is sounding today.
Hello, how are you?
You actually sound good.
I know, I got a new cord for my mic, so no more itchy scratchy in and out.
Nice. How about you, Miss Shannon?
I am doing all right. It's been a rough emotional morning, but I am here and glad to be a part of this today.
Okay. Almost want to go down the rabbit hole of what's been going on with you, but that may be private as well. But I know there's plenty of reasons to fret a little bit for sure out there. And if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it after the show or whatever you prefer. Well, let's go ahead. Go ahead.
Just know that, we all have those moments of attack when you're in your vulnerabilities, and we just all need to pray for each other and our strength to get through our everyday trials,
Yes,
So that's about all I can say about that.
indeed. I would add to that, which is not directly related with Shannon, but turn fear into strength. We all do have the ability to turn fear off. And when you take control of a strong emotion like that, it empowers you on another level that is absolutely incredible. I'm speaking a little bit from experience. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's show the channel first. This is it right here. And the 10 videos that came out, of course, here's iPetGoat. And there's other channels out there that have a copy of this on it that I believe are associated with Heliofant, probably the same studio, something like that. Their studio is actually up in Montreal, Canada. And there's also pretty clear evidence that NASA was involved in the creation of iPetGoat. There is a animator that works at NASA. Believe that and imagine that or not. They got an animator that works at NASA.
Just a side note on that, your NASA, we need to come back to that in one of the videos.
One of the videos? You mean in the ones we're going to look
at? The
at?
video that shows the biosphere.
Okay, yeah, that's
right. Yep, that one.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll make sure to bring that up because that's why you're here, because you are Roxy Files YouTube channel, and we got Shannon with us here with Children of the Most High. And I didn't update Shannon's thumbnail for today yet. We created a new one, but I'll get that before the next show, Shannon. I wasn't thinking didn't realize because I've been around like a crazy man. So let's look at these videos because here they are. They're all 10. And you're going to notice that they're labeled as Move Movie 364. The next one it put out was Move 369. Then Move 36D, 36C, 36B, 36A, and then 373, and then 36E, 36F, and 37A. And it could be a hint that these are out of order, because if you went with put them all together, which I did not, I just kept them in the format in the order that they uploaded them in. But you can see you got 36s here. You got A, B, C, D, E, and that 373 is kind of out of order. Then you got E, and then F, and then you also got then the next number after 36, 37 is A over here. So there may be an order, and this is not going to be an absolute know all of everything that's related to this, because I really just jumped on this yesterday when one of y'all guys, one of the supporters of the Supernatural show in my work, and she told me, she said, I've had to go put out 10 new videos, and I've been all over that now, and I've done an enormous amount of editing this morning. As you can see, all of this here is all edited up work. Like right here, for instance, if I zoom in, you can see that all these videos are individual ones that all have changes to them, mostly audio changes and things like that. But lots of work to prepare for this. And speaking of that, let's go to the first video here. And that is a video that has everything in it. meaning it's all those videos, all 10, in the order they uploaded them. So let's take a look at that.
I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority.
Roxy, you can't be heard if you were to speak, but I'm wondering what bridge he's standing on.
No, actually no.
Okay, so those are the 10 videos Heliofant released over the last couple of days. Seems like they released them all in about, looks like 2 days ago, and they released them all the same day. Now, I've done some work on mostly audio, and I can already tell that I didn't get everything because I heard a couple of things that I know I don't have a edited clip of. So there'll be more work to do probably. Matter of fact, I'm sure. But, and I know Roxy and likely Shannon as well have done some digging on what we're looking at here. And I'm seeing quite a bit of comments as well that look pretty relevant. Let me zoom this up just a little bit. Some comments. And I was seeing, see where we're at here. Older Bones saying some very interesting things. Older Bones saying some very interesting things. I think Older Bones also is the one who told us possibly the name of the bridge the man is standing on, although Roxy's probably been on that as well. And what'd you find out on that, Roxy?
You can go to Google Earth and actually stand in the exact same spot he's standing and takes that photo.
Okay. We're
If you
basically
go
on this right now.
Yeah, right there where you're
Is
at.
it
Let's
that
see.
bridge, the Jacques Cartier Bridge, or however you want to pronounce it?
It is the observation deck. There's an observation point on one of them.
Somewhere.
Hang on, I got somebody loud. Okay, I'm on there now.
Say what?
When the biosphere is close by.
Right. But are
I'm
we on
trying
the
to
right
look
bridge?
at where you're at.
Are we on the right bridge?
The one he's standing on or the one he's looking at?
The one he's standing on. Bones,
Okay,
Older Bones
that
said
is
it was the Jacques Cartier Bridge. Right here.
That's the bridge in the distance. It kind of looks like the San Francisco Bridge, I think. Hang on.
Okay, so we don't know which bridge we're
I wish
on
I could
for
just
sure.
send you the coordinates because my map looks different than your map.
You can.
All right,
send
there's a
me the
little.
coordinates.
Zoom your map out of here. Oh, that's right. I forgot we got. Duh. Okay. All right. See right down there at the other end of that island. See that bridge that comes across where it says Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Nope. Go up a little bit. See Notre Dame?
Yeah.
All right. See that short span from piece to piece? That's where he's standing at when he takes that picture, the videos.
He's standing on that bridge, or he takes a picture of this bridge?
He's standing on that bridge when he videos part of those videos.
Okay.
The angle matches of the objects in the distance.
Okay.
The buildings.
All right. So one thing, I'm looking at different names that we see here, like St. Helens Island, Clock Tower, which is very interesting. Clock Tower, that's very iPad-goatish.
Well, that biosphere that you see on there, and you said something about NASA.
Mm-hmm.
The purpose of that biosphere. Oh, I lost my tab that I had open. When you go to Wikipedia, it was the quickest thing I could find. It tells you that was.
Go ahead.
It was actually the United States Information Agency in a pavilion in 1965. It was designed basically as a kind of like a fair exhibit, but what hung from the rafters were NASA spacecraft were hung. The Freedom 7, Gemini 7, and the Apollo AS-202 capsules were on the mezzanine level.
In the biosphere.
See, and I think I think that the biosphere looks like Epcot Center, right? And it's interesting because the Epcot Center was, I mean, it's supposed to be this futuristic, display, but originally it was supposed to be like a futuristic smart city kind of community. And I just kind of find it that, of course, the mouse guy worked with NASA and, other said scientists that came from like Germany and stuff. So, I just find it kind of like there's a tie in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Just throwing that out there.
Just
It's
looking at
always had something to
the
do
map
with
first,
the
but I've
USA
got
over the years as it changed.
got a number of videos that we'll play here in a minute, the edited ones. Just thought we'd look at the map and see if there's and there is. This reminds me of the Narrows in New York City is what this reminds me of. Called the Narrows. It's on the Batman map as well as being, it was released when Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises. That had the words Sandy starts with an H on it. Awesome. Spelled that wrong. And there's on that map, if I happen to see a decent.
Wait, did you say that building was built in 1965?
Did I?
Yes, ma'am. It was built in 1965, and in 76, it caught on fire.
Well, funny enough, the Epcot Center, originally designed by Walt Disney, of course, started his prototype in 1965.
It says this geodesic dome exterior was designed by R. Buckminster Fuller with Shoji Sadhu and Geometrics Incorporated.
Interesting.
Let's see if
I just find it so interesting that it's the same exact year. And they look exactly the same.
If I've got the Dark Knight Rises map. But that does remind me of the Narrows.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I've always assumed that that Batman map that showed Sandy Hook on it, right before it happened and called it the Strike Zone #1, might come back into play. See, kinds of other stuff related to 332 area code up there. Stuff. The map is basically this map right here. One on the left. And the Narrows is right there in the middle, right there. It's called the Narrows Islands. And it's called Strike Zone 2. And if you look at this here, it wouldn't take too long to start matching up some things probably. And the fact that it's got the clock tower there, which clock tower was central in DECODE 2. Obviously this is tied. It's the same people that are putting it out. Question is, well, there's a lot of questions. Y'all guys got any questions before we go to the videos? Or any more thoughts about?
I'm down the rabbit hole of who designed it now.
Right, I was checking out Tracy's message to him. Sorry.
Are we on radio silence? I noticed we got quiet.
Everybody's thinking and everybody's researching. And I'm going to show the videos here in just a minute that I did all the editing on. It's got some different audio in there that's very interesting. Looking at Older Bones' comment, official Dark Knight 322 in one of the episodes of Batman, it talks about how Bruce Wayne's godfather or grandfather, I think was, oh crap, losing it. Updates. Grandfather was one of the founders of Skull and Bones. Yeah, I remember. I remember seeing that episode. Older Bones saying he was a founder, that man's father. And then, of course, if you look at the buildings, I mean, Trump and all the guys back during the election was calling themselves superheroes. And the Trump building sits right next door to a building that the top of the building looks just like the Superman logo that's on his chest. These guys are insane maniacs, no doubt about it. While y'all guys are looking there, might as well go ahead and some of these videos. Let's see here. All right, let me try to describe what you're going to see here. This is MOV 36B, a clip from it. And there's not much to, well, actually, let me show you this other one first. This is MOV 37A. It's the top, most recent one uploaded. And you don't hear it very good when I played it, but when I went back and messed with the audio, cleaned it all up, edited the frequencies and speed a little bit, there's a man that says, "Wake up." And then right after he says, "Wake up," the woman says, "Wake up." It goes, the man says, "Wake up." The girl goes, "Wake up," right after him. So, yeah. Well, let's take a look at that one. So when I
What in the
edited
French toast, dude?
it,
That was like anxiety filled the way it built up that way. What exactly in that scene is so important symbolically that we need to wake up to see? Because it was obvious that was quite the message.
Yep, indeed.
Is that the one where you can actually see the building? I'm sorry, I was over here reading and I didn't see which one. I know it was the boat doing the ice breaking
Here it
maneuver.
is. One more time.
Background
Hang on.
4, 3, 2,
Hold on.
1.
If you want to talk, I have to make an adjustment for that while the video is playing, and I can pause it and stuff, but I've got to turn you guys on. You're going to have to give me just a second. Let me turn you guys on. Let me turn me on so I can talk while that video is playing. So I'm going to play it, but I'm going to pause it. That's what I'm going to do. So let's try that. Okay.
All right, right there. The warehouse is in the background in the full video. Look at the numbers on the warehouse above the door. 4, 3, and then it goes 2, 1. I don't know if it means anything, but
Let's
I
play
just
a little
saw
bit
it.
more. No, it's just showing the 4, 3. Like kind of a little bit of a countdown. Of course, the boat.
Yeah, in the whole video, it shows all 4 numbers.
Yeah.
What does it? Can anyone actually tell what the name of this boat is?
Ultimately, yes, we can. Probably. Find my editor back up so we can look at that. As it comes up. How that's doing, it came up pretty quick. Let's go back to the original video. What is that? There's
See, one time when I ran background recognition on it, it was trying to tell me it was the Hudson River, and that was a boat that retrieved a crashed helicopter.
Mm.
not sure if I can make that out. There's ocean, like ocean, maybe Hunter. Oceans. Remember, this was in
Something view.
Ocean Jupiter.
Something view. Jupiter. That was the other thing I was. Jupiter.
It says Ocean Jupiter.
See, this is why I asked, because there's been so much focus on this boat in a lot of these videos, and they're repeating this boat making this maneuver in front of these warehouses with the 4, 3, 2, 1.
And older poems made reference to that. They're, we're looking at currency, the whole system of the economic system is based off the flow of water. And so it's interesting that as well. Go ahead, Shannon.
Well, Saturn lore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter being the son of Saturn, one that was in essence saved from the belly of the beast, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because Kronos or Saturn supposedly ate his children. And so the whole thing with the golden age and all that being related to Saturn and Jupiter and their and that kind of a thing. Like Jupiter is supposed to be the representation of this golden age to take down the evil father of time, Saturn, who tried to eat them. So, I mean, that's kind of like, that's how the lore goes. So that's just interesting.
Got that entire video here now. Move through it. It does say Ocean Jupiter. Looking at the rest of the background just a little bit more. Of course, it goes through those numbers. Going off to the right. Shows that train ship, I guess. Ocean Jupiter is very interesting choice, I'd say. Let's see, what is this? This is the biosphere one. Backing up quickly. Shows the biosphere. It's interesting because an iPad goat, of course, it looks like there's snow falling and there's ice everywhere, which is exactly what this is depicting. I don't call a biosphere or something like that in it, of course. Over to something else. Showing what looks like a ancient tree, which is a volcano in the distance in the background there. So he goes from showing the biosphere, which could be a symbology for the world, and then showing a volcano. None of this is by mistake. These guys don't do that.
Those surely look like symmetrical lines on the left and right of that volcano there, sir.
Symmetrical lines? You mean on the volcano itself?
Are we sure that's a volcano or a pyramid? Now I gotta go look at that.
Or is it a volcano, or is it possibly a bridge? Kind of looks like a bridge right there. I see the symmetrical thing you're talking.
Back it up just a hair so I can reference his point of view from Google Earth.
Well, it can't be a volcano. There's no volcano there. That has to be. Oh, that's definitely a bridge. Okay. Cancel the volcano.
Yeah, that's that big bridge in the background. He's on the other side of it when he's standing there.
I'll edit my comment out on that because that was ridiculous. Volcano? No, it's a bridge, dummy. Montreal, there's no volcanoes in Montreal. But he's showing that bridge for a reason. Not sure which bridge that is. And we're going to get to the audio decode here in just a minute, guys. There's one where he's just looking at the water. Might be the one that has the duck in it. Looks like Donald Duck took a dive, if this is the one. There's Donald Duck, which I don't know of any Dons anybody knows of. It might take a dive because the duck starts diving. He drops his head like he's dead. I can't make that up. That's what he's doing. I go forward from here, drops his head down to the side. And we know these guys are really good at AI too, so you never know what we're looking at. Sure. I think the duck does it again. Stuck his head under again that time, more straight down. I don't know. To most people, this would just be ridiculous conversation. Problem is, you've spent as much time as I have decoding iPad Goat to the point that I actually know what 90% of it exactly means. You come to understand that they're not doing anything by chance. It's intentional and it's encoded. Absolutely. And there's this one. This is the one that the siren can be heard in. Sounds like an air raid siren. I've got that edited up here in a minute. Showing this thing here. You got these two pillars sticking up in the air. And then he hands to the right. This roundabout or this turn going back out on the freeway. And then you can hear an air raid siren kicking around right in here. Siren just keeps playing. Literally about sounds like it was overlaid. I would guess it was overlaid in the audio. He turns around here. This looks like an empty little park or football or some kind of, looks like maybe steps, benches, you know. People would sit when it was warm and watch a soccer game or something, maybe basketball. I don't. Pole here, pole over here. A lot of times this takes a while.
There's a college nearby to all of this.
What's its name? In this frozen river with ice, appropriate for this time of the year. They have to keep coming through and breaking the ice up. That written on the pole there on the left. It says, looks like it says props, ROPS. Drawing, drawing, satellite of it. First impression. First impression, like a satellite with moon. But the rear, oops. Area says
What's that written on that light pole?
Props. KROPS. Or it could be CROPS. Either one. Props. And then it has what looks like a drawing of the moon and a satellite or something like that right up above it. Then below that, it's like an image with a, what that is. In the background, you have the sun. Let's move forward some more. But they intentionally, they meant to show that over there to the right, I mean to the left, for sure. Dock, pier area, big city. There's a Ferris wheel. That would be easy enough to locate. In this video, it doesn't. Standing on a bridge for sure. Obviously, some kind of an overlook with this white figure. Ferris wheel.
Okay, that Ferris wheel is called La Grande Rue de Montreal.
Grande Rue de.
Rue de Montreal is a Ferris wheel built at the old port of Montreal, Quebec, Canada for the 375th anniversary celebration in 2017.
Mm-hmm. And I see
if you back out on that map,
mm-hmm. I was going to make mention real quick.
The little part there on the map, I told you that bridge he was standing on, that's directly in front of it.
Okay. Richard,
you know what I mean, in his field of view.
Pointed out the fact that the videos, a lot of the times, add up to 9/11. And you're exactly right, Richard. We did notice that, but we hadn't mentioned it yet. So thank you for reminding me. Tracy or Private Sojourner says, can you change it to a photo negative? Yeah, I could. I'm not sure what you're thinking, because it's almost black and white right now. But photo negative isn't exactly black and white. Let me go down here. That in. Connect to a photo negative. Get some live editing. Got two different throws a negative on it. Biggest. Yeah, there we go. Go back. In. There's photo negative. Back to the end again. Got all this put together. As video. Just a bit. I don't know if you're seeing what you were thinking, Tracy. That's your negative there, basically. On that particular scene. Let me see. Everybody's saying in the comments. We should look at that as well. Previous entity we cannot see ordinarily. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at, come back to this and look at another one of the individual videos. This one? No, that's this one. Look at that. A minute. Let's take a look at another one of the videos that I did the editing on. Here. This one. This is kind of like them saying, yeah, step back. And why they chose those words, I don't know. Take a listen.
No.
And I gotta reload it again so I can pause it.
No.
That is the short version. Let me see if I can get the long version. No, I put the wrong one in. Step back. There we go. This is better.
No.
I think.
No. No. No.
Yeah, yeah, please step back, or yeah, please step up, or something like that.
No, please step back.
It was very much under his breath. It was hard to get. This one is, I just labeled it bang bang. So let's take a look at this one. And if you just look at it individually, all it sounds like is a snap. But what it is, it's a piece of audio that's been added in and sped up. So that it now sounds like not just something hitting something like me hitting my mic. It's broke into boom, 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 like that. Not sure what it means yet. But, I mean, there's a couple of obvious thoughts, right? This next one is called Siren, and you'll see why. It doesn't play during the entire video as you're watching that little clip that they put up. It just starts when he comes over here, and looks, because he was looking at the bridge in the entire thing, like the two pillars over there. Then he came to this. Does that sound like a siren to you guys? Or would you think that's industrial background noise?
I am not sure. That's a really good question.
I mean,
Well,
we know that
I'm trying to get
everything's intentional for the most part. But go ahead, Roxy.
Well, the thing I was doing on Google Earth, I was trying to find his exact point of view when he's taking this video so that we could, because the pictures on Google Earth are in fair weather, everything's green. Somebody had a GoPro on when they were on like some kind of bike marathon. So it's green, so you can actually see the buildings and the businesses out there beyond that water, which would kind of give you an idea of the noise level, the things going on in the background. And what he's looking at over there are a couple of like the rectangle things almost look like man-made harbors right off the backside of the city of Montreal. I'm trying to find the exact light pole that one of those pictures was taken beside, but I'm trying.
Well, and Tracy mentioned that she wanted to see the one with the bridge as a negative because you think you saw a volcano, but she says you may have seen something with your spiritual eyes. And I'm actually looking at the Google Earth map too, and I'm trying to find where this said volcano or, mountainous
it's the outline
thing
of
is.
The bridge in the background. It's just the blurriness of it kind of.
But is it like, where is it on the map on Google Maps is what I'm saying. Like where, I don't see it. I'm looking, but.
Go into the chat in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and I posted a link in there.
No, I'm in there, and I'm trying. That's where I'm at, and I'm trying to find
you
this
clicked on the link?
volcano. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's
Um,
talking about that other video of the.
it's
Is it in
actually
the same place, or is that a different area where that
it's
is?
a different area.
Okay.
Same location, different area, different view. This
That's what I'm
seems to be
saying.
some kind of like walking bike path where you can ride a bike, I guess, during good weather up there on that little bridge.
Take 2 minutes.
And there's only a certain section of the bridge where the railing looks as though it does in those videos. All right, here you go. It's all about perspective of view of where he's at when he takes the video as to what you see in the background, Shannon. Hang on. All right.
It's obvious
There you
he's
go. I guess I
looking
could post that in the comment for anybody else that's looking.
location.
Oh, if it says I got 295, too many characters to share that Google Earth link. Sorry, guys. But essentially, his point of view, he's on that island when he's taking the video. He's on a little bridge, but
Little Narrows Islands area.
yeah. Because the Ferris wheel is on the mainland. The bridge is the bridge from the island to the mainland. The big bridge you see in the background, the off ramp is one of the off ramps off of the road to that bridge. I just can't figure out which one. There's a college close by, so it probably has an athletics field of some kind.
Let's look at. Obviously, we're not going to solve everything today, but
It appears as though the park
kind of cut out there. You were saying something about the park, something. I lost you.
where he's standing at in one of the photos or videos is called the Park Day Dop I don't know, DIEPPE.
DIAP. DIA.
If you're looking on Google Earth when you're coming off of it's directly kind of it's on the tip of that little sliver that kind of sticks out there in front of the Notre Dame, and then that road comes and hangs a right and goes to the island and hangs a right. That bridge is where all of that footage appears to have been taken from.
Gotcha. Find the
That little strip of land in there kind of looks like a spearhead too.
this one. It's the Donald Duck one. This is the bios. Oh, that one because it goes over. Face. Drop it in right here. Alter it quick. And for me and that in.
That Basilica of Notre Dame is very, very interesting if you look at their videos.
Yeah. Sure of that. Definitely effective. Bird at the top cruising by. snowflakes. Weird looking things. There's so many snowflakes. It would be difficult. All right, let's look at this video. I've just named it because I wasn't sure what it was saying. Let's take a look at and we've got one more as well. And I couldn't quite tell what they were saying. I said, I titled it Ivor Hair.
Just this next one. I was gonna say the last one. He just sounds like he's, you know. But I did want to note that
it was like a bang sound that I slowed down. So it was just a quick snap, and I slowed it down. Is what we heard there.
Well, I did want to note that in that particular video clip, there were a whole lot of those floodlights. Like, I wonder where that particular view is. If it's the park, maybe that would be why there's floodlights. But I thought that was interesting to note. Or are they speakers?
Hang on. Got a little bit too many videos going here at once.
Or are those speakers?
Yeah.
When you slowed it down, it looked more like speakers than floodlights.
That looks like athletic field lighting.
Okay, so they are floodlights.
It looks like what?
When you're on a football field, the additional lighting they have to light up the field. Remember a while ago at the turnabout, we saw what looked like stands?
Mm-hmm.
That right there may signal more of the athletic field at the college.
Right, that's what I was wondering, because it looked like the floodlights, that you see in a park, but it also kind of resembles, when you slow it down, speakers, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not positive. It also looks, that Dark Knight Rises had a football field scene in it, of course.
Yeah, I looked up what the word crops means with a K, which is plural for crop, and it's a Danish word, and it can mean a few different things, but a couple of the meanings was like body, or torso without limbs, and carcass. So in essence, it could be like dead bodies. Yeah, I just kind of had to throw that out there because that was bugging me.
And it's all just possibilities, thoughts, because we don't know for sure. We have more basis than most people to understand what we're looking at, but still don't know for sure. It's going to take a little while to really, we'll freak out here in a couple of days. Oh, I got it. Here's Goliath. I guess this is Goliath Park. Oh, it is a roller coaster. Looks like roller coaster on the island. Goliath.
Okay, there
Oh,
are
I remember this.
athletic fields.
Remember this now. The I Pit Goat.
There's a whole set of athletic fields over there right up against the water.
Their headquarters is
Right
just
to the left. Right there where you were.
What is it again?
All right, back over there where we were at the sliver there of Goliath. Right
Okay.
to the right. All right, go back to the. All right, slow down, zoom in. All right, whoa. You see that long in the water? There's like that long rectangle looking shape there on the side of the island.
Right here.
Right to the right of that, the green spot you see where it says Environment Museum. Right there, that's your athletic fields.
Okay. And okay, where they may have been looking, we may have been looking at it a while ago. There was a circle turnaround that was close to it. Well, looks like a pool right there.
All right, go up just a little bit, zoom out. All right, zoom out. I think I'll show you where your roundabout is at. Yeah, that's the bridge we be talking about. Pull the map down some. All right, if you pull it down a little bit, right to the right of that is going to be your circle right there, over there to your right. That could possibly be your circle coming off of that interstate we were looking at a while ago, somewhere in there. There's a loop right in there where that major road comes off and goes around that campus. All that you see right there is a
I've seen another scene
college campus.
They were going around a circle, coming off a bridge, going around a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly that too. But one thing I wanted to point out is the Heliofant headquarters, where they supposedly their headquarters, and they released a video about it, I don't know, 9 months, a year ago, where they were walking down the pier, and then they come right up to the Heliofant headquarters, and they were all in tuxedos, and they pointed at their watch. And that location is right around here somewheres, because Goliath, this roller coaster, it could be seen when I was looking at it before from where the headquarters location is at. And one of y'all guys probably is screaming at me as to where it's at. Let me look at the comments and make sure nobody is screaming.
I got 3 windows open. I keep forgetting to look at the comments. Sorry, guys. I know y'all are out there, but I got multiple windows open.
The trade app showed Tracy a snow overlay on the app. It was weird. Never happened before. She's been trading for 2 years now, but she said it showed a snow overlay. That is interesting. Dave's talking about some grain bins that we see. Easy place they can illegally traffic. Abduction rate, I'm sure it's higher than they'll ever admit. That is for sure.
Heliofant has a website.
Mm-hmm.
The picture of the duck is posted for January 5th.
Go back and look. I found it one that showed Biosphere was close to it too. This is all right close to the Heliofant headquarters.
Have you been to the heliofant.com site?
I have. We can go again. Is it spelled with a?
It's all in French. Heliofant. Yeah, there you go.
Translate from French to English. Yes, please. So they have on the homepage, they have a picture of a duck. Remember the duck we were talking about? There's the duck.
Hmm.
And they've got it tied or linked to a video on Vimeo. Canard Sur Saint Laurent. Maybe this. Yeah. You tell me why you take your time to create that video, put it on the Heliofant website, if the duck symbolism doesn't mean something. Mm-hmm. I'll read it out loud. It says, interrupted journey to Maryville. Another identical poster. The same lady says, without Alzheimer's instead of without eating disorders. It was positioned right outside my door to take the RTL bus 8 at the Q. Is she Brofman? Is she Brofman, that one? It's literal rabbit hole, obviously. Same journey, several episodes of flags trunicated up and down.
Pretty sure that looks like it's a drug ad.
Right. Go back up. Something to do with the bug. It was talking about what, and eating disorder and Alzheimer's. Then it shows this down to this image talking about a journey with flags truncated upside and down. Got some flags in there in the photo. Of course, the bus number is 218 something 1 probably. Y'all guys at Heliofant are watching. Why don't you send old Daniel an email? Drop me another fish like you have a couple times. You know, ain't I done enough work on your stuff? Earn it. All I want's truth. I don't want no deception or misleading or anything. If y'all guys actually are trying to warn people, which I'm not sure of, to be frank, you need to. I mean, how many people are going to decode our pet goat? This says Montreal in the snow, Concord Bridge. So we're back to the same stuff. As Jocelyn Leclerc now says, Beckers do not interfere with these elections adequately. He scanned this page like we've to. There that. See, got the image of a surprise eclipse background out of our pet goat. We must ban their presence and drive them out of our country and let them put themselves in the mind that that we never want to see them here again. They're not talking very clear. I don't know if it's translation or what. Out up to Joycelyn Leclerc and Julie Lefebvre. Lefebvre is one of the creators of DECODE. He's in the credits, but it's a man's name instead of a Julie, I believe. Unfortunately, I've probably watched DECODE, all of it, and dug deep into it 1,000 times. So that's why I have a clue who that is. It says, tell the mayor how to go about it in her city. Valerie Plate is Great Dean of Montreal, and the Magic who oversees the election as president is not legitimate, not even a Quebecos. Let him be fallen right away. You know, there are about 50 fish in these 3 basin divisions. Advanced voting day, the more day of voting is it enough, right? All these opportunities for electoral theft and a so-called president of the elections run unattended. Is it really us? I don't think so. Let us reject any anti-democratic vote among. Yeah. Okay. Now we're looking at pictures of trees and fruit. You guys got to really hide it all in the symbolism. You'd have to go look up and understand what kind of trees these are, what kind of fruit that is. You have a clue. It does say sugar maple.
Side note, don't know if it's relevant.
Mm-hmm.
This morning, as I'm going, I think it was the Gospel of Thomas, which is where Jesus speaks to his disciples. He tells his disciples, if you find the 5 trees that do not drop their leaves regardless of season, you will have everlasting life.
It says it. Say it again. If you
discover and learn the 5 trees that basically don't drop their leaves in winter, when all other trees do, that you would have everlasting life. And I had to hit pause on it where I was at because we were coming on the show and then these trees popped up.
Right. Lots of interesting stuff to look at. Fortunately, it's something that I have to spend some more time. Now we're just looking at a bunch of trees on the Heliofant website. And of course, trees hold the secrets. If you understand what the trees are saying, you have to understand the language of the wild, the language of nature. And if you do, you can gain maybe even eternal life, which has probably had something to do why the tree of life in the garden and the tree of the good and evil is all types of trees. And of course, we all know that there used to be huge, massive trees all around our world, maybe even one in the center of our world in the north. The Mercator map of the North Pole. For that, if you haven't yet. I think I'm obviously going to have to come back to this and look at it some more with another fresh mind and see what we can see, because there's certainly more to see, obviously. Let's see. See your comment, Roxy, in the comments about something about Merrill Loose 5268. Don't have a clue what that is, Roxy, but we can talk about it afterward. All right.
I asked Aunt Kim to make a note of it. We'll look at it. They're not responding, so it may be a bot, is what it looks like to me.
Oh, about somebody in the comments doing something.
Yeah, I think it may just be a bot because it just keeps spitting out stuff like Daryl and Ned have been trying to get information, but it
Like
just
random.
keeps it, her, him, whatever. I don't know. I made a note. Look at it later. It doesn't appear to be real.
What are you talking about, Mary Luce? Did you sign up for the website or something other? And your billing is hung up or something? All you got to do is log into your account.
And cancel.
And cancel. Exactly. I can't cancel you from here. You have to cancel yourself. I could, just like I can't sign you up. Yeah. I don't even recall a name related to your name here, but I imagine your name is different. And coming on here blasting me, thinking you're blasting me is, not very cool. There's a phone number that you can call me at. I've always said, if you have a problem, call me. The number is, and this goes for everybody, 843-402-8827. Anyone can call me at that number. It's the Supernatural Show's number. If I don't answer, one of our guys will, meaning Roxy, Shannon, Miss Kim, somebody. And if that don't work, it'll go into voicemail and we'll hear it there. But if you call during the day, we'll get it. So if it's somebody that's having a billing problem, call me instead of, what are you doing coming on chat? You're embarrassing yourself.
There are currently no support tickets out and customer care tickets, so.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, guys, I hope you, I don't know if I want to use the word enjoyed, but found it interesting. There you go. What we did today, looking into that. We'll probably look into it some more because there's obvious meaning there, and I'm not even sure what all we've seen yet. I've got to ponder it for a while. But we'll be doing that, and we'll go ahead and get on out of here and let y'all guys get on with your day. We've been live quite a while. Thank you, Shannon, for being here. Thank you, Roxy. Thank you, Miss Kim. Thank you, Super Dave, Super Mike. And, Marilou says they're from Europe. So maybe the number won't work. Calling me is too expensive. Can you email me? Email me at logicbeforeauthority@gmail.com. And I'm pretty sure that should work. And I'll look into whatever it is if you actually have some kind of a problem. But again, I can't mess with your credit card exactly, but I'll look into it. All you have to do is log into your account. Let me show you just in case you need to know. I don't want.
I'm on there looking. I'm
nobody
looking for a user with the. I need to know what the user ID is.
See, if once you log in, it has your login ID. Let me share my screen here real quick. So, little training session. Okay, here we go. Once you log in, right up here, it has a little drop down arrow. This drops down, and it has your profile, private member details, my wallet, my rewards, my orders, my addresses, my bookings, my posts, my wish list, my group, and my account. You can click on any of those you want to, and it'll take you into and show you different aspects of it, including being able to cancel anything you want to or upgrade anything you want to. But yeah, that's how you do it. You simply click on the little drop down arrow up here, go into your stuff, okay? And if you have a membership or something and it's billed you by accident for a month or two, just email me, logicbeforeauthority@gmail.com, and I don't have any problem in sending the money back to you, okay? I don't want to take nothing from nobody. I'm trying to give freely every day, Just y'all guys only get to see, about me about 3 or 4 times a week, but I give freely all the time to the whole world. And you're going to come on here and say nasty things. That's not very good. Very good. But I'm not mad at you. Just saying, go log into your account. If you lost your password, you can request your password. Say lost password, and it'll send it to you, allow you to create a new one. Okay? I still love you. But we're going to go ahead and get on out of here, guys. Love all of you, and we shall see you again here very soon. Bye-bye for now.
I've got one that can see.
Logic